Lung cancer. It's a form of cancer that originates in, well, the lungs. It can start out in either one or both of the lungs.
Once a cell becomes cancerous, they will begin to grow uncontrollably from tumors. Once a tumor is in the lung, it can do one of two things. It could become a benign tumor and stay in one place.
Or your body could hate you and the tumor becomes malignant. This means that the tumor will spread throughout your body through either the bloodstream or the lymphatic system.
Once the cancer has formed, you will start to experience symptoms. Commonly found symptoms include intense coughing, chest pain, shortness of breath, changes in the voice, being hoarse, recurrent lung problems, lung infections, or coughing up blood.
However, the symptoms of lung cancer will be very intense. So don't show up to the emergency room just because you have a cough and your voice got hoarse. But if you smoke 10 packs a day and you cough up a bit of your liver, maybe you should tell someone about it.
But don't worry, because there are things you can do to easily reduce the chance of getting cancer.
Yes!
The largest cause of lung cancer is smoking. So just don't smoke because cigarettes kill.
There are other carcinogens that will cause lung cancer, such as arsenic, gamma radiation, X-rays, the sun, and car exhaust.
Lung cancer can also be given to you from your parents. Your genes could have a mutation which could make it more likely for you to develop cancer later in life. However, only about 1.7% of lung cancer cases are hereditary.
If you ever think that you might have lung cancer, your doctor can perform tests to see if that bump in your chest is a tumor or that dime you swallowed.
Your doctor would conduct a biopsy, which involves them taking a small piece of your lung tissue. They would then examine it under a microscope to see if there are any cancerous cells. If the test comes back positive, they will look at your genetics and see what treatment would work best for you.
The possible treatments for lung cancer are surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, targeted therapy, and immunotherapy. Surgery can only be done if the cancer is caught before it spreads throughout the body. If the cancer is still localized, a thoracic surgeon can remove the tumor and nearby lymph nodes in the chest. Extra precautions are taken after the surgery, and they will perform one of the other forms of treatment to prevent the cancer from returning.
If surgery cannot be done but the tumor is still localized, the doctor can perform radiation therapy. This involves using X-rays or other particles to destroy cancers. A radiation oncologist will use a machine to kill all the cancerous cells, but will also kill all other cells in its path, including healthy ones.
If cancer does spread, people will often undergo chemotherapy. Because I know a lot of you also had to research chemotherapy, I'll keep it short. Basically, we use drugs to stop ourselves from dividing. Of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows because the side effects of chemotherapy are not that great. There's hair loss, mouth sores, high risk of infection, low blood count, vomiting, headaches, measles, blah, blah.
A newer treatment option is targeted therapy. It's like chemotherapy, but instead of affecting all of your body cells, it only targets the cancerous ones. This reduces most of the health risks involved in chemotherapy. However, every tumor is different, and what works for one person may not work for all. This treatment is also very new, so it would be unlikely for your doctor to prescribe this treatment.
Immunotherapy tries to reinforce your body's defenses against the cancer. Doctors will pump your body full of antibodies to slow or stop the growth of the cancer. It can even help your body destroy the cancer in some cases.
But the best possible treatment of lung cancer is never having it in the first place. So in case you haven't already realized this, you shouldn't smoke.
Yo, let me verdoodle je Etch-a-Sketch. Kom hier.
You should also avoid as much secondhand smoking as possible and get your house checked for dangerous chemicals, mainly radon?
Radon? I don't know.
Mainly radon. So basically, try to live semi-healthy and just don't smoke. Please.
Now that you're worried about your slight cough being cancer, let's talk numbers. About 14% of all newly diagnosed cancers are lung cancers. More than 430,000 people alive today have been diagnosed with lung cancer at some point in their life. Sadly, it is also the most deadly cancer, with around only 18% of people living longer than 5 years after being diagnosed.
85% of all lung cancer cases are made up from smokers or ex-smokers, and 70% of all cases are made up by people who are over the age of 65.
Our chosen article describes the correlation between mental health and lung cancer survival rates. The article talks about how people with anxiety and depression had a much lower survival rating out of a group of people who all had stage 3 lung cancer and were roughly the same age.
The article states that the higher survival rate could be caused by a number of different things, but the results were drastic enough to warrant a deeper study on the experiment. The only thing it did prove was that the mental health is just as important as physical health when going through cancer.
So in conclusion, lung cancer sucks, chemotherapy isn't very fun, and you really shouldn't smoke. Coming up next on the Science Channel.
Please raise your hand if you believe you have had a Sasquatch encounter, whether you have seen one, heard one, or found footprints.
I've seen every animal that lives in this state. I've never in my life seen anything like that.
It's this big, long arms. We're not alone. I mean, whatever it was huge.
I was so scared I could barely move.
Something big, something.
I just heard that too.
Which direction?
This way.
Thunder, mood music for chasing monsters.
Renee, do you hear the movement?
Yeah.
What is that?
That was a Sasquatch.